I saw a lot of the gay pride stuff and I was repulsed. And then I just started thinking, like, well, hold on, man. There's a side to their story. There has to be. People aren't just crazy and just don't. And I just started thinking about it. And someone put out a meme on their, because, Twitter's probably the gayest place on earth. And they put out a meme that, you're repulsed by this. But then they showed like the NFL cheerleaders dancing and twerking and shit. And I had to, after reflection, after first laughing it off, I had to say, I see their point. We take our kids to sporting events, football, basketball, and there are cheerleaders, scantily clad, gyrating everywhere. They come out halftime or during timeouts during a basketball game and shake their rear. And so I have to say that they're saying, like, hey, guys, you're very comfortable with young girls shaking their rear ends at sporting events for the delight and pleasure of you and your children. And so I can't have drag queens shake their rear ends in front of kids and because I saw some videos where parents were like forcing their kids to look at this, even though their kids were trying to turn away. And so, I mean, it's a bad look, but I got to admit, I think we did this. Again, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And this is the reaction that we should have predicted was going to come.
It's the small fox that spoiled the vine, Jason, for sure. I don't know if it's the hypocrite in me that just won't say it's the exact same thing, but I do believe that we've been going towards that. When you think about just how you were talking about watching things, there was a time when my mother, if something was a bit too much, she would cover my eyes. So it's crazy to me that parents are actually dragging their kids into situations that their kids are even uncomfortable with and saying, look, you got to look at this, opposed to doing what our parents did for us, which was cover our eyes. But I do think that we have let down our guard over the years. We've allowed certain things to be okay. We, just haven't called certain things out, and we thought, okay, this is harmless. And now we see that maybe it really wasn't harmless, and we have pushed this and we have allowed it, and now this is where we are. I do want to say, though, that there are a lot of gay people that think what they've been seeing with these drag queen story hour and the pride parades, there are gay people that think it has gone too far as well. I actually had a gay man send me that Postmates as well, and his words in his text was, "This is why I can't do the F word." Like, he was so upset and thought it had gone way too far and that it was unnecessary, and putting it in front of children is too much. A lot of people who are gay were sexually abused as kids. And I have talked to a few men over the years who don't want to be gay, who were just exposed to being homosexual at such an early age when their body responded, which was just a biological response. It confused them. And so now they want to be married, they want to have children, but they've been gay for so long that they're really confused, and this is really having an effect on them. And I think about even myself. I had played with girls as a little girl. Thank God I never said, or my mother never said, this means you're actually a boy, or this means you're bisexual or pansexual or whatever, all of these names that we had now. It was just experimentation. And after about 9 or 10, I wasn't interested in it anymore. So I think that we are just not allowing kids to really develop. We're pushing things on them at such an early age. It's only creating confusion. And when I talk to adult people who have lived in this lifestyle, who are now suffering from this type of confusion, I have to say, we have to do better in what we put in front of our kids, what we guard them with, how adamant we are about them not being exposed to certain things, because when they get older, we're going to look back and say, I really believe, oh my God, what have we done? Whether it was expose them or not even standing up and speaking out against the things that we know could lead in that direction.
Look, I'm going to take the conversation here because I know you can handle it and we'll have something to say. But I've been telling people close to me for years, this is a theory I have about sex. And it's like someone will see some athletic 6'2", 190-pound dude, and he'll be with a 270-pound woman. Mm-hmm. And I will say I tell people, I was like, that means his first sexual experience, likely as a child, was with an overweight older woman. He was sexually exploited. And your first sexual experience will define and or help shape your sexual attraction for the rest of your life. And so, and I'm going to go ahead and be this transparent and say that I've got friends that say, man, Jason, you tend to favor white women. And you can go all the way back to my first sexual experience, and that will tell you why that is the case. And I've said it for years that people, and I'm telling you, that's why this grooming thing, because again, I'm no social scientist. I have done no studies on any of this, but I'm telling you, the people doctoring these movements and leading them, they've done the research. They know if you can get a kid and their first sexual experience is gay or whatever, one of these, that's going to define their sexual history for the rest of their life or have amazing influence over the rest of their life. And that's why, and they know that kids tend to experiment, and particularly kids that grow up in single parent households where there's a lot less supervision, there's all that experimentation going on. And again, that's why this grooming thing is so important, is because, again, the first time your toes get curled will define your taste for the rest of your life.